Hey everyone, Halex here, welcome back to the channel. Today I just wanted to do a quick little video going over all of the rewards and bonuses that you can get in Resident Evil 3 Remake. So let's go ahead and go to our bonuses here real quick. Let's start off with the records. Now some of these are going to be marked off secret with question marks on how to unlock them. So if you want to know how to unlock all the in-game challenges, this is how you do it. Also, if you don't plan on buying the all in-games reward unlock, completing every single one of these is how you get all of the in-game shop items. So the first one's fairly standard, you just gotta complete every single challenge. This one, most of these you're actually going to unlock as you play through the game. See, leave the Clock Tower Plaza, stand the zombie siege. This is from the Carlos fight, I guess. Follow Nikolai. Yeah, a lot of these are going to be unlocked on your first playthrough. Basic chemistry, you basically craft ammo, you unlock this instantly. Improve a weapon, basically, you get a part for one of your weapons and you just upgrade it, that's how you get that. This you get by actually grabbing all of the hip pouches, you only need to get one for this. Execute a perfect dodge, if you're playing through you should get this within the first run. Now this is the Falcon Punch! Basically, you just get Carlos's Falcon Punch and you hit an enemy with it. This, you destroy Charlie Doll. Now, these are the fun ones. Basically, you need certain weapons in the game you have to get a certain amount of kills with. This is the first one. You gotta kill 80 enemies with a handgun. You should actually get most of this during the first run through, since actually the base handgun can be pretty useful until the lab. Then you gotta get 200 enemies with this. And then you go down to 100 enemies with a shotgun. I think somewhere at the end of this video I'll actually go through and show you where the best points to farm the kills actually are. But yeah, first one for shotgun, you gotta get 100 kills. Keep in mind, the progress for the previous step actually counts for the next one, so that actually helps you along. So by the time you get to the 200 kills, that bar will actually already be at 80. Alright, so this one, you just get 30 more kills after this. Now this one's the grenade launcher. This one's actually going to go by pretty fast. Don't let the 80 kills sort of discourage you. This one actually goes really quick. I'm going to show you where it's at. 120 again, this is going to go by in just a couple minutes. Alright, then you get defeat 20 enemies with the Magnum. This one's a little bit more tricky because you get the Magnum at the very end of the game and it's an optional gun, you don't have to pick it up. So getting those 20 kills can be, it might take you 2 run-throughs just because of the lack of ammo overall. Then you gotta kill 80 enemies with the Magnum, so it might take you a couple runs. Or you could do the farming method, which I highly recommend. Then you gotta get 200 kills with the assault rifle. It's best to do this with Carlos during his siege fight. Once again, 400 enemies. By the time you get to this one, you're gonna have 200 already. Alright, now this one, this is just kill enemies in general. By the time you've gotten a couple of these, you're already gonna have this. This one's get 800 enemies once again. Once you complete this, this will already be at 400. Then you've got to defeat 1100 enemies. After that, 1400. And the grand finale, 2000 zombies. Now again, don't let the 2000 discourage you. By the time you get to 1400 on Zombie Exterminator, this one's going to be at 1400 as well. You do not have to start from scratch. This one is defeat 2 enemies in a single shot. This one's more luck-based unless you have specific weapons. I'm not sure if you can get those with the grenade launcher or the rocket if you actually go for that item. But you can actually get that. So I'd recommend using the shotgun and trying to line them up, or maybe the Magnum. Just get 2 basic zombies, try to line them up, and then make the shot. That'd be my recommendation for getting this. Now this one might take you a couple runs, just because you need to knock the hats off of zombies. But it's just a quick troll challenge that gives you 2,000 points. Now this one I recommend doing because you just need to down Nemesis in one of his mini chase scenes and unlock his locker. That gives you Nemesis down. This one, in the beginning of the game in the tutorial section, there's that one guy that runs into the back of the truck. That's the guy. You basically just want to sit there for a minute or so in front of the truck and just listen to him talk in there. That actually nets you that for 200 points. Now this one, unfortunate end. Right as soon as you take control of Carlos, just kill Brad. Power Stones, this is a fun little reference to the Infinity Stones, but that clock tower that's in the first save room, you just get all the gemstones and that unlocks this. Alright, so this one, gather all the fuses in 5 minutes. I'm pretty sure I actually show you how to do that on my speed run, so make sure you go ahead and check that out. But if you do it within 5 minutes, you actually get this challenge completed. Now this one, it's going to be a little bit difficult, I'll admit, if you're going for all the weapons, because if you're doing the campaign normally, you immediately go down to the Nest Lab, but the Magnum is hidden inside of the hospital, so you might miss the Magnum if you aren't careful. Alright, Kendo's Prodigy. To get this, you have to get every single weapon part, and honestly, that's kind of self-explanatory. You get every single weapon part and customize it. This one you get for actually collecting all of the in-game files, and you can read them for some extra lore, which I find is pretty fun to do, so I recommend doing that, just for the extra context of the story. This you get for destroying all the Charlie dolls. I'm pretty sure in every modern Resident Evil game, ever since, I want to say 5 or 6, there's collectibles you can shoot and actually progress for some unlocks. Most of these also give concept art, which we'll have a look at in a minute. This one you get by unlocking pretty much all of the safes, lockers, so just keep your eye out, make sure you get those. This one you actually get, if you're doing the assistant mode, which most casuals probably will, you'll just get that for completing the game. Again, most casuals will do standard, so you'll actually get that pretty normally. This one you get just by completing hardcore. This one for Nightmare, and this one for Inferno. Now, there are ones for speedrunning the game. You can actually see it on screen there. Complete the game with an S rank on standard or higher. This actually means speedrunning the game and going below a certain amount of saves as you do it. Generally, I think it's like 2 hours or so they have to do it under. Alright, so where was I? Yeah, complete the game with the S rank on hardcore, do it on Nightmare, and this one you get for doing the S rank on Inferno, which is going to be very difficult because of that final fight with Nemesis. He basically turns into a Dark Soul boss, so you have to be careful. This one you get just by completing the game with an A rank. This one, complete the game at all with an S rank, you unlock this. This one you complete the game without opening the item box. That is quite the challenge in my opinion. It actually took me a couple days to work through that because I was trying to go slowly and I was trying to make sure do not open the item box. So I was really taking my time with that one. This one, complete the game using one or fewer recovery items. Basically, to do this, you got to basically just use the one green herb at the very beginning of the game. But you can use the recovery coins to actually circumvent this. So if you're going for this, make sure you get the recovery coins first. This one, just complete the game in under 2 hours playtime. If you're going for the speed runs, you're already going to have that. And that's the last challenge for Resident Evil 3 Remake. That actually brings us to the concept art that you unlock as you go along through that. So let's have a look at this. This is Jill in her new uniform. It looks pretty good in my opinion. I kind of prefer her uniform from Resident Evil 1 with the STARS outfit, but I actually don't dislike this uniform either. And I'm going to be honest, I actually prefer Carlos in this game because I did not like how he looked in the original. And he is just best boy in this game, so I really like Carlos here. Alright, here, I'm pretty sure this is the guy from the truck on the far left. Pretty sure it's Nikolai next to him with Mihal. Then we got Tyrell, the one guy voiced by, I think it's Vic Mignogna. And then we got Brad Vickers over there on the far right. Then we got some concept for our new nemesis. It always weirds me out how he has a nose in this version. Oh, I guess this is some concept art. Oh, not gonna lie, I think it would have been cool to fight him with a minigun on his shoulder. That's just my opinion, though. The one on the far right kind of reminds me of Darth Vader. Alright, what we got over here? Okay, that one's kind of intimidating. Can you imagine the one on the left just running at you? Yeah, kind of glad I didn't have to fight that in this game. Alright, here's some concept art for some Stage 2 Nemi. Not bad, actually. You can kind of see similarities between this and what actually came out. Alright, so it looks like we have some Hunter Gammas over there and some Hunter Betas. Looks like the one on the far right is the closest we got to the Hunter Betas, and the one on the left really looks close to what we got for the Hunter Gammas. Alright, I got some concept art for Raccoon City. I think that might be the RPD in the bottom corner there. Pretty cool. Then we got some concept art for Jill's bedroom. I am not me. Okay, that's I'm not quite sure what that means. I guess she was kind of turning. At least that's what I can infer from that. It's kind of scary. Okay, here's some concept art for the beginning areas of the game. You can actually see that drug shop as Jill's exiting the apartment building and walking up to Brad. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright, here's a bar that I don't think made it into the game. I think this might have been in the original. Can't really remember, it's been so long since I played it. I don't think this area made it into the game either. Looks kind of familiar, but... Actually, it kind of reminds me where we meet the guy for the truck. And I think it's just an edited version of that. Alright, this kind of looks like the top area we go to as we're trying to get to the alleyway that we have to put the fire out. Alright. This is one of the convenience stores we can go into. It looks a little bit edited. The house should be facing the other way. Moon's Donuts. This actually made it into the game, I think, but under a different... It's in a different area. It's at the end of a plaza. Stagla. I think this is from RE2 Remake, actually. I think they use a different name for it, but I think Moville, something like that. It's where Leon and Claire pull up. Might have tried to put another gas station in the game, but this looks really similar to where Leon starts in RE2 Remake. Alright, what do we got here? Looks like concept art for the first enemy boss fight area. Concept art for the hospital. Feel bad for a lady right there. How much in pain do you have to be to start bashing your skull in? Alright, some concept art for Nest 2. This is the crane that Carlos uses when he helps you during the third Nemi fight. Alright, some concept art for Nemi. And some more concept art. I actually kind of like this image. It just reminds me of some old-time films. Like those really old horror films with Frankenstein and stuff. That reminds me of this. This... that's kind of provocative. Let's just keep going. Nothing really to say there. I kind of like this. It'd make a great thumbnail. Yeah, I might use that for this video here, actually. Oh, what we got here? Oh, I guess it's concept art for when Nemi breaks into our apartment. Then we got Mega Man, Capcom title. And that's it for the concept art. Let's have a look over here at the models. We got Carlos shooting Nemi as Jill's trying to run away. Alrighty. What we got over here? Alright, this is from Jill's apartment, I think. Right after he busts in, only he's supposed to have wrapping still in his head. Alright, this is from one of the cutscenes at the beginning of the game. This actually doesn't make it into the main game, I don't think, but it looks really cool. Alright, just a model of Jill. This is the outfit I was talking about earlier. This is probably my favorite Jill outfit. It's just really simple, and I feel like it goes well with her character. Then we have her original outfit over here. You can actually get this in the game if you either pre-ordered it or bought the $4.99 DC. Was it $4.99 or was it the $2.99 DLC? It was one of those two, but you can actually buy it now that's been out for a while. But it was originally a pre-order bonus. Over here we got Zombie Jill. Would like to see more PTSD dreams about that. Alright, so here we have Best Boy Carlos himself. And his original model that they updated for the RE3 remake. Again, this was a pre-order bonus with the Jill costume. But I've never been a fan of the way he looks here. I think he looks way better with the facial hair and longer hair. Then we got the Dick himself, Nikolai, right as he's about to launch that knife blade forward. Mihail, buddy, how you doing? Ah, love this guy. We got Brad Vickers, the coward himself, abandoning us in the Arclay mansion. I will never forgive you for that, pal. Alright, we got second best boy Tyrell here. I actually really like him in this game. I wish we would have actually got more of him. I think this guy was voiced by Vic Mignogna. It really sounds like him, but I'm not entirely sure. But otherwise, he was on screen for about a minute or so. Then we got Dario Rosso. Yeah, he's the guy that's in the truck that we gotta listen to for like a minute or so. I wonder what happened to him. He probably died in the nuclear explosion once the U.S. actually nuked Raccoon City. This is Nathaniel Bard. He's one of the researchers. Ah, Marvin Brana. Ah, shame you don't live too long. You seem like a really cool guy. You died right before you could have the bromance with Leon. Or shame. Then we got Robert Kendo. Ah, shame he died. I really wish he would have gone out. I feel like there's a lot of story potential for the Kendo brothers. And then we got a standard male zombie. Another female zombie. Another thing about the zombies is it's mostly the same models from the RE2 remake, except for the enemies that actually come into this game on their own. Like, this is pretty much the same model from the RE2 remake right here. This is a new model for RE3 remake, though, so they did give us some enemies. Well, it's pretty much just a regular zombie with a thing on its head. Ah, Drain Deimos. These things give me cancer. This is the one section of the game that I dread playing on my speedruns. So they can mess you up so much. Then we got the Hunter Betas. These guys are intimidating and they have a one-hit kill that they can do on you. It's kind of nuts. Then we got the Hunter Gammas. These things pretty much will always one-hit kill you if they can get in range. So, yeah, avoid these like the plague. Then we got Lickers, always a nice inclusion. Palehead, aka Discount Regenerator from RE4. Basically, this is the only enemy in the game you actually want the Magnum for. Alright, then we got Stage 1 Nemesis with the trash bag on him. I actually really like this design for him. I just find it intimidating. Kind of reminds me of a really angry Titan from Destiny. Alright, over here we got Stage 2 Nemi. And this is Stage 3 Nemi. This thing will give you absolute cancer on Inferno mode. I do like his theme music in this game, though. It's one of the few things I enjoyed on my initial playthrough. And then we've got the Mr. Bobblehead, if I can scroll over here properly. These Charlie dolls will be scattered around through Raccoon City, so make sure you get all of these to get all the unlocks. Speaking of the unlocks, so let's go ahead and have a look at this. To get the Stars uniform, it's 2,000 points from the shop. Then you get 2 recovery coins normally. And this actually causes you to regen health when you hold them, and you get to stack when you hold both. This is the Iron Defense coin, does the same thing as the recovery coin. And then you have the Soul coin, so it's buff your damage and stacks with multiple copies. And all of those cost 4,000 easy to get. Then you have the Crafting Companion. This is actually an in-game item you can have in your inventory. That while you're holding it, if you go craft ammo with gunpowder, you're actually going to get more than you normally would have. Alright, this is the Stars Combat Manual, personally owned by Chris Redfield, which is a nice little nod to the other games. And basically, when you're holding this, it makes the perfect dodge easier to perform. Then you get a lockpick and bolt cutters that get deposited that you can have at the beginning of the game. Then you get 2 hip pouches. I'm pretty sure these will not appear during assisted mode, but they are very useful. They actually show up right next to the very first item box. You actually get 2 of those. The hot dogger, this is a, where'd it go? I had a button, what did I do with my life? This is a knife that when you actually cut them, it lights them on fire, doing damage over time. Makes the knife only runs way easier. Now here is the classic Samurai Edge. This is actually a really fun gun. It conserves so much ammo, especially on Inferno mode. This thing has such a high crit chance, and its accuracy is really good. So if you're playing Inferno mode, I highly recommend use the Samurai Edge instead of the standard handgun. Unfortunately, you cannot upgrade this. Next up, we've got the Raiden. This is kind of useless unless you can consistently aim at the crit. If you cannot aim at the crit every time, you might as well not even have this equipped. This is literally a standard handgun, except it has unlimited ammo and can't be upgraded. Here is a custom assault rifle that gets unlimited ammo, but not really anything special beyond that. It costs 28,400 points to unlock. Now here's why I recommend you unlock first and save up all of your points for. This is going to cost you 62,400 points. Suffice to say, save up those rewards to get this, because this will make all of the hard modes way easier. Trust me on that. And that is actually it for all of the in-game unlocks. So I am going to actually go ahead and switch over to start showing you the guns in action that you can unlock, like the hot dogger, the assault rifle, the unlimited handgun, etc., etc. Just give me one moment and we will be right back. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. I just wanted to quickly get everything ready. As it turns out, I did not have a save at the very beginning of the game, so I had to redo the tutorial on Inferno mode. So the reason why I wanted to do Inferno mode is because I really wanted to show off Samurai's Edge so you could get a real feel for how it is. But I wanted to show you the crafting real quick. This is going to be without the manual, so you can see it's not in our inventory here. So we're going to combine it with this to make some shotgun shells. Doing it normally is going to give you 3. So now I'm going to reload real quick. And we are going to check and see how much the manual will actually give us. That's the save, sorry. Alright, now where's the crafting companion? Now that we have that, let's go ahead and combine it. It now gives us 6. It effectively doubles how much ammo you get. So playing on Nightmare and Inferno, make sure you get this whenever you have to have ammo crafted. You don't have to keep it on you, just whenever you go to craft ammo. Alright, so now we're done with that. Let's get the hot dogger over here. Actually grab the Stars manual, make it a little easier on us. Just in case we get grabbed. Alright, so over here we've got our little guinea pig for all the testing. I'm gonna call him Steve just because I don't really like Code Veronica that much. And I'm sure it's gonna trigger all the Resident Evil purists. So we're gonna let him get in close. We're gonna try and perfect dodge him and knife him. Now that causes a burning effect and that actually damage over time. So, alright. Don't actually get caught like I did. That's why I grabbed the recovery coins. So this is going to be fairly standard. It's going to do about as much damage as your regular handgun. Take a number of shots to take him down. The problem with most of the infinite ammo guns in this game is you still have to reload it, which I don't really like. Alright, so we're back out here with Steve, and we got the auto rifle this time. As you can see, it still has ammo in the mag, so you still have to actually reload. But it's an assault rifle, and it's pretty much going to murder everything. The thing about the assault rifle, though, is each bullet does about the same damage as a handgun bullet, so you can pump out damage pretty quickly. So let's see how long it takes to kill Steve over here. I haven't really aiming for his head, it only takes about a second and a half to drop him. Alright, so we're back with our buddy Steve, and this time we've got the Samurai Edge. Now the thing about this gun is it has 15 ammo, but the reticle zooms in really fast, and it does a lot of damage. See how many shots we had to hit him with the infinite launch? Infinite handgun? He dropped in 3. Now to make sure he's dead. So it takes roughly 3 to 4 shots to kill a zombie. Keep in mind that this is actually Inferno mode. So Samurai's Edge is going to be your best friend for a handgun. Alright, next up for our showcase we have the Raiden Edge. This is a completely infinite. But the thing about it is, every time you shoot it, you have to wait for it to reload. It takes about half a second or so. So, let's go ahead and hit Steve here. I'll show you what happens first when you don't hit his crit. Basically does 0 damage at all. So if you are not hitting constant crits with this, you are always going to... You're pretty much just going to die. I'll just say it bluntly like that. So let's go ahead and show you what happens when you actually hit the crit. It's an insta-kill on pretty much anything. On Nemesis, it'll immediately drop him. And basically, this is a speedrunner's best friend if you can hit your crits. Alright, I think it's time we gave Steve a break, so we are with our last weapon of choice. The Infinite Launcher. This is more like the rocket launchers they used in the older games before the RE4 games changed it up. But this... fire as much as you want, but you have to wait a few seconds in between each shot. I think they did that to make it a little bit more balanced, but you can pretty much kill everything within the radius that explodes. It's got a pretty decent radius too. So let's go ahead and kill Steve and put him out of his misery so you can see what it does. Alright everyone, we're back, and this is actually where you're going to farm both the shotgun and grenade launcher kills. This is right after you get off the train from Nemi's attack, and Mihao dies, rest in peace Mihao. So basically for the grenade launcher, you want to aim right about there. This should kill all the zombies in here. And then you just run forward. Now you want to wait a second for this guy to walk over, because occasionally he might be out of radius. Then just aim right there on the floor. That should give you 6 to 7 zombies per actual load. So to actually do this, you want to load your actual save game. This one I actually have set to an assisted just to make things easier. But you want to keep reloading this because your kill count does not adjust depending on your save. So you can kill these, reload the game, and then actually keep the kills. Alright, so to get the shotgun kills, it's pretty similar. You just want to run forward here. And try and make sure you hit the head with the shotgun kills. If you can't get the head, the shoulder is fine. You're generally going to one-shot kill them anyway on assisted, which I recommend you do just to save ammo, because on the higher difficulties it might take 2 or 3. But same thing. Oh, you actually would have gotten the 2-for-1 thing right there. But basically just shoot them. They should die in one shot on the assisted. That allows you to save ammo. Once again, 6 to 7 for the shotgun here. Alright, so for the Magnum kills, you actually want to be in the nest area. And you want to make sure you save right there so you can farm this. She's not supposed to be here, wherever he is. We're just going to ignore him. But what you want to do is actually save in there and then run into this room here with the Magnum. And you want to kill these guys in here. You want to just sort of take them out. Magnum should kill these guys in one shot no matter where you hit them. So it's real simple. This nets you 5 to 6 kills. And considering you don't need that many Magnum kills actually, this is pretty efficient. Alright, so after you get through the initial horde, you're going to have Tyrell instruct you to blow this pillar. What you want to do is actually just kill the zombies with the infinite weapons. And they will keep spawning for a good while. So you just gun them down and all of these kills will count. So as soon as you reload this game, you will actually have the progress count towards your kills. And this is how I actually did it. The Carlos section is going to take you probably about 2 hours or so, depending on if you use the infinite weapons or not. If you're not using it, it might take you upwards of 4 or 5 hours. So keep that in mind just because you have to do extra loads for the ammo. But after about 10-15 minutes of this, they're going to stop spawning altogether, and that's when you actually want to reload the game. But we're going to not do that. So basically, just pull out, keep shooting. Zombies in here actually don't have a whole lot of durability, so you can actually gun them down a lot easier. I actually recommend getting all the weapon kills before you actually try and use this area to get the rest of the zombie kills, because you're going to need 2,000 total. So I'd recommend focusing on just getting the weapon kills first, because that will actually get you the majority of them. Anyway, I just want to thank you all for watching. I thought I'd do a quick video just showcasing everything you can unlock in Resident Evil 3 Remake and generally how to do it. If you need help with speedrunning, I do have guides for that on the channel. You can find both a standard mode guide and a hardcore. I've been debating on doing a nightmare version. So if you want to see content for that, go ahead and comment below. I would be happy to do that. Hell, I might even do Inferno mode if you're really interested. So anyway, this has been Halex, signing out.